For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler, currently joined by our other Cardinal High Flyer of the game from the Bethany Invitational, Wheeling University women's track and field athlete JayLynn McClarren. And JayLynn, first of all, talk about what it was like just getting back to outdoor season after a strong indoor season.
I really enjoyed coming back out for outdoor season. Javelin is one of the main events that are in outdoor, and you don't get it for indoor. So just getting back out there and being in the weather instead of inside and having to battle those is a very fun thing to do.
And you're able to take fourth in your first event of the year, top finish for the Cardinals on the day. Talk about what was working for you and how you were able to get in that top 5 in the first event.
So we didn't work a lot this week on Javelin, but it is something that kind of comes to me naturally. So I was just going into it and saying I wanted to throw over 30 meters because I can consistently do that. So I was just kind of feeling through it all, and we ended up doing full approaches, and I haven't worked on them quite yet, and I still threw pretty far for doing that. So just getting back into the feel of things and doing all that.
And you guys have a strong javelin group. Last season at the MEC Championships, you take second, Kimura Polar takes first. What's it like working with these different javelin throwers that you girls have?
It's actually really fun. A lot of us bring different aspects to the table, of course, when we are competing. Kimura and I, it was probably the best feeling ever to have us go 1-2, just because her and I weren't expecting to go 1-2 right off the bat, but we both stayed focused. And even with Nick as one of our male javelin throwers, we all try to help each other out and learn together to help each other.
Currently joined by Wheeling University women's track and field athlete JayLynn McClarren. And JayLynn, we've also seen you work in many of the multi-events throughout your career. Talk about how you're able to do that with javelin being your kind of main event, working with all those other events and making sure that you're up to speed in those ones as well.
We focus a lot more practice-wise weekly on everything. So we will focus on each event every day and kind of prioritize different events depending on the week. So if from last week when I had Javelin this weekend, we focused a little bit more on that instead of some of my other events. But we just keep going. We just try to pair everything, and have some days I have double practices, but it gets everything done and keeps me up to speed on it all. So.
And for you, talk about some of the differences between preparation for indoor as opposed to outdoor now, going into the weather and stuff like that.
Especially for the multi, if for indoor, it's a pent, so it's 1 day and we do 5. Now where it's outdoor and we do 7 and it's 2 days. So I have to prep a little bit differently just because of having separate days for different events, and also just competing in the weather and not having ideal conditions. You kind of have to go into it and expect the worst. That way you can be ready to go.
And for you, you're one of the veterans on this team. Talk about what it's like kind of taking that leadership role, not only in people in your events, but with the whole team as a whole.
I've just really tried to keep everybody motivated. It is kind of hard when you don't have somebody that normally would step up and have as like a veteran, but I've done a lot of events, and it kind of helps me out a little bit more to help other people when they may be struggling in something. But I'm very big on that, and I'm very big on keeping everybody like happy, and if they need help, I am there and willing to. So I just kind of keep everybody accountable and hope that we all will do that eventually.
And finally, talk about how you keep your momentum going. You're heading into a 2-day event, your first 2-day event of outdoor this week at the Leaf Flames Invitational. How do you keep your success going?
Just stay focused, to be ready to go. Expect anything. Always got to expect anything, because we're hoping for good weather, but you never know. So we're just hoping that that'll be it for us, but stay focused, stay calm, and be ready to go.
Thanks, JayLynn. Congrats on a hot start to the year. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.